Hi, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about how to harness public speaking. Oop. Hi, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about how to harness the power of storytelling. So, if you have a story to share and you want to be able to do that in a very dynamic way, that really engages and captivates an audience and hopefully lead them to want to know more about you, then you are in the right place. But first, a little speaker wisdom. I just want to share with you that I hear this a lot from a lot of people, that you are never too old or too young to start. It saddens me when I hear people who are really in their prime age saying that, oh, it's too old, my time is over. I had a passion to public speak years ago to promote my business. I never did it. And now time has passed me by. Or someone who's young, and just because they don't have that experience, they haven't been exposed to a lot of things, they just think that, oh, it's for older people, more seasoned people. um, those are the insecurities that stop us. When I first started this journey of public speaking, I was in my 20s, and I was really pushed to a point where I had to learn it, or else my career, my life would not have turned out the way that I hoped it to be. And I struggle with this. I didn't think that I could public speak. I didn't think that was for me. I didn't think that I was, advanced enough, or came from a high society family where public speaking was important. But when I was began in a corporate environment, and I was, working toward climbing the corporate ladder and doing more things and having more responsibilities, I was required to speak to other leaders of major corporations, and I found that I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I was shy, I was fearful, I didn't know how to communicate, I had no social skills, and so I really didn't fit in. And so when it was time for me to apply for new positions, I couldn't effectively position myself. I couldn't talk about myself. I couldn't tell people, effectively, what the things that I've done and what I bring to the table. I couldn't communicate that. I couldn't look anyone in the eye. I couldn't even answer a phone call. It was really, really bad. So I knew that I had to learn this valuable skill, and I'm glad I started at a young age. I really am. I'm glad I researched to find someone who could help me in this, situation. I remember prior to actually being in the mix of that, a friend of mine did suggest that I join a Toastmasters organization group. She saw that I kind of struggled in the area of communicating. I couldn't do it very effectively. Looked the part, played the part, had the background, the education, and all of that, but I could not speak to other leaders or people of higher positions than I was. I felt very intimidated in those situations, in the atmosphere. I wish I would have listened to her at that time, but it was okay. It's a couple of years later, I, was put in that position and really had to, really dive deep and learn and master the skill. So I'm glad that I did. But a lot of people think that, I have a long time or to go, or maybe things will get better later on and they just keep pushing along. But this really is a skill that you must learn. It's a skill that you must practice every single day. Even after 20 years, I still practice my craft. I'm still speaking to mirrors and walls and pillows and whatever else I can do throughout the day. I'm still practicing my vocal inflection. Because you never know when your name's going to be called, or when someone's going to call you to speak on stage. And you want to be ready. Always show up. Always be prepared. Stay ready. That's one of my mottos. I don't have to get ready because I'm always ready, right? And so what am I doing right now? Again, I use my platform not only as a way to help and serve other people with my expertise and knowledge, but also this is a platform to keep my skills polished so that when someone does call me for an interview or to speak in front of a large group of people or to train a large company, I'm already polished. I've already been practicing. It's going to be a no-brainer. It's going to be easy for me. I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to have to worry about being prepared and getting things ready and practicing in a very short amount of time to get ready for an event. And it's already done. So I just want you to think about that. We have our own self-limiting beliefs and things that really stop us and hold us back. But one thing that I've always thought about and always have in the forefront of my mind when I have feelings like I want to procrastinate, and I'm not a procrastinator because of this one thing, I always think how far along I would be if I kept going the next 3 to 5 years, and how far behind I would be if I didn't start. And I'm afraid, always have been afraid, that if I didn't start, that in the next 3 to 5 years, I would be farther and farther behind, and I don't want that. And so even though you're starting at a ground level, which we all have in the past, the best thing that you can do right now is start somewhere. Take that step, take that leap of faith, move forward, practice your craft, get better and better every single day. And soon you're going to feel a shift. And if you keep doing this, you're going to feel another shift of betterment. And then keep on moving, keep moving along, you're going to feel another shift. I'm still feeling those shifts even after 20 years of doing this. I'm still getting better and better and better because I still practice my craft. And all I can do is get better than I was yesterday in competition with Christie, not anyone else. And when you think about that and stop comparing yourself to everyone else out there, you're going to start to really focus on you and being the absolute best that you can be. That's one. And then serving other people at your greatest capacity, doing what you love, what you're passionate about. And that naturally brings about a successful business, a speaking career. And I'm sure that's what you want. And so I just encourage you to keep going forward, start somewhere, start today. And I hope that I'm here to encourage you and give you all my tips, strategies, and expertise and investment that I put up on myself to help you to really advance, so you don't have to go through all the trials and tribulations that I have in the past, and you can really succeed at a much faster rate. But start today. But so let's go on to today's topic. Today's topic is called Harnessing the Power of Storytelling. Your story is so impactful. People have been sharing stories for years throughout history, creating movements with your story. And you can do the same. And so your story is a way to really build a connection with your audience. It's a way to build loyalty with your audience and hopefully and ultimately drive growth to get more people to learn and know more about what you do, what your expertise is, more about your products and services, how they can help to benefit them in some kind of way. Hopefully to get the results and desires that they have longed for every single day. Have you ever longed for something every single day? Dreamed about something and that person comes along to guide you along? That's who you can be. You can help someone in that capacity by using the power of public speaking and sharing your story. And like I said, that just really helps you to gain that connection to your audience and let them know that, hey, you are human, first of all, and second, for them to get to know you more authentically, at a more personal level. so they can feel that they're not alone in the situation, that this person has experienced things that are almost exactly the way I've experienced them, all the trials, all the barriers, the heartache, the pain, the struggle. They've been through it and they came out of it. So I have hopes that maybe I can too. And with their guidance, they're able to help me experience the level of success that they have as well. And so that's what storytelling does. It allows you to create that emotional connection with your audience. If done effectively, you can move an entire room of thousands by sharing your story and hopefully lead them to want to know more information about you, your business, and how you can help them achieve similar results by using your story. If you think about it, storytelling goes so much further. It can really help transform your entire life. Think about it in social environments. When you're first meeting someone, what are you doing? You're sharing your story. Even if you're on a date, you're sharing your story. If you're in a business meeting one-on-one, you're sharing your story. People want to know your story. When I was interviewing, people on my show, the first thing that I wanted them to do is share their story. I want to hear their journey and see how, and let other people know what you've experienced and how you can help them within that area, within your area of expertise. And so your story is so very powerful. You can use it so many different places. In meetings, you're sharing your story. Of course, on stage, you're sharing your story. When you are promoting your products, share your story. When you're doing Facebook Live, share your story. When you're doing, posts, share your story. You're writing articles. People want to know your story. When you're being interviewed, whether that's on the news, media, podcasting, magazines, people want to hear your story. So perfect your story. That's what's going to draw people to you. It's your unique story. And no one has a story like you do. No one. We have experienced similar situations, but no one has experienced your story the way that you have, your journey. And so use that to your advantage. The next way stories can really help is really engage customers. Let's say you have a company, you're in sales. I used to be in sales a lot, and I was always the top salesperson because I use this valuable skill. For one, when you're in sales, it's best to use the products that you're selling so you can get familiar with them, learn all about them, the ins and outs about the products and services. If there's someone else's company, make sure that you are familiar inside and out with the benefits, features. You've gained your own success stories. You've gotten success stories from other people as well as use the product. But when you're talking to individuals, you want to spark that emotion. And you do that by sharing your story. They can feel the passion that you have inside when you're sharing your story. They can feel the connection and feel that you're all in. You really believe that this product and service can transform their lives because it's transforming your life or transfer the life of other people around you, your friends and family members. When you're passionate about that and you want them to experience the same, they feel that. And then they're more likely to buy from you. And so that's pretty much what I use in sales, the stories. I share my story. People feel it and people sense it, but they feel that I'm genuine and I really want this product or service to help them, in their, in their struggles and whatever's bothering them, the challenges, the problems that they're facing in life, because I know that's going to help them to really come out of it the other side. So practice your story, use your story, share your story within your products and services and tell everyone about it. Find more people. That's the idea, is to find more people to share your story in front of, right? And that's how you move mountains. Having stories to promote your brand is really what's going to set you apart from your competitors. Everyone has a story, but not everybody uses a story. But those people who really use a story, look at commercials. Commercials that share stories of transformation are more successful than the ones that don't. They just share, oh, this is what's happening. These people are just happy, go lucky with this product. No, but people who, when they show transformations, think about it, like St. Jude does this a lot. They show the lives that have been touched and children who now live a healthy lives with their, with their family and loved ones around them, because people have helped and poured in financially to that organization. They share stories, happy families, healthy children. And they also show what these children have gone through in order to achieve happiness and health in their lives. Every time I see them, serious time I see those commercials, I have tons of little, beautiful gifts that they send me at my home, but I want to write a check and send it to them. I want to help more. I want to help more children, stay alive and have the opportunity to live a legacy and do the things that I'm blessed to do every single day. I want families to be there and not have to worry about work and their finances. So I give to them. When I see stories of our veterans and what they've gone through war and what they've seen as they fight for our freedom, fight for our country, and the way they're treated and left after serving for our country, I want to pour into them. I want to give to them. I want to help them in every way that I can. And so you see the impact of what your story can bring and how it can really change other people's lives and really spark, ignite, and persuade them to take action, to want to know more about how they can serve or help your company. To use that. There's a lot of stories about companies who started in garages. I'm always passionate about that because it's so very true. There's companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Harley Davidson, Disney's, and I worked at a company called Skechers USA. It's one of the leading shoe companies in the world. They all started in their garages. I mean, that to me is so inspiring. And so it makes me feel as if, they're passionate about people and wanting to help people because they've experienced things that we have experienced as well. And so you can do that and use the power of your story. So just to share my story a little bit, my journey began about 20 years ago when I didn't have these communication skills. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to mingle amongst social environments, and my life was affected by it, negatively affected by it. And I was stuck because I didn't understand how to take the first step outside of my comfort zone. I didn't know how to gain courage to speak in front of people in meetings, to speak up, use my voice. I didn't know anything, but I knew I needed help. And so I sought out help, supportive groups to help me in this area. And that's when I, just dove head first, started practicing and learning my craft. And then my life transformed and changed. I began to be the face and voice of CEOs in my career. I created my own career. I boosted my brand, gained influence by speaking all around the world, sharing what I do, sharing what I'm passionate about, and helping others to learn and master this amazing skill called public speaking. That's where I am today. But it was a lot of trial, tribulations, barriers, challenges that I had to go through on my journey to learning this craft. And I want that more for everyone else to achieve and experience the same, using the power of public speaking. And you can certainly do that. But I want to let you know that when you're using your story, just make sure that it's authentic. Make sure it's not fake, because people can see that a mile away. Speak from your heart, not from your head. When you're sharing your story, speak from your heart. It's a great tip. Now, you find you're too emotional when you're sharing your story, transform back up and bring it back to your mind, right? But being able to transform that's going to really help you to really engage and impact your audience. You don't want to move yourself. You're already moved by your story because you've already been to it. You want to move the audience. And so bring that focus and that energy back over to them and help them to really, use your message to spark and motivate them to make the change and give them hope that they can transform their lives. So if you want to know more about this, if you need a little bit more help in this area, I encourage you to go to my website, www.speaktoriches.com. This is a site for a new program that I'm offering. Certainly go to my website, beseenbeloved.com, to find out more about it too. On the store page, you can find it as well. But the Speak to Riches program is backed by my over 20 years experience as a public speaker and tens of thousands of dollars that I've invested in myself and in my clients to help them make drastic and very lucrative transformations in their business by using the power of public speaking. So I help you to gain all the tools, the strategies, the templates, the blueprints to take your business from where it is now to really gaining income, lucrative income, right? And really creating a sustainable and lucrative business around the power of public speaking. I show you how to do that, and I hold you accountable, backed by my expertise and my love and passion for wanting to help and serve you on a greater scale. So take a look at that. This www.speaktoriches.com to find out more about it. It's a no-brainer investment. Just go ahead, sign up, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. If you want to chat with me, definitely go to my website, www.beseenbeloved.com. Click on the contact page, message will come to me, and I will definitely respond. And as always, I hope you've learned this valuable skill and the importance of this valuable skill of storytelling. Learn and master speaking your story. And it's best to even have 3 stories. We have more than one story, right? But doing it in a way that's very effective and gets audiences to move and to want to buy your products and services. And you can do that in a way that's very strategic, in a way that works, and really get your name and your brand out there as an expert in your industry. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And I also look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place on the Be Seen, Be Loved show. As always, much love and success. Bye for now.
Are you a professional struggling to speak confidently in front of others? Do you have trouble giving presentations or leading teams? Are you finding it difficult to sell to clients? At Be Seen, Beloved, we understand the challenges you face. That's why we're here to help. With our expert guidance and training, you'll gain the confidence you need to excel in your business and career. Whether you're looking to lead groups, speak to larger audiences, or train people in your corporation, we can help. Our unique approach will not only improve your business connections and increase your income, but it will also lead to a happier and more fulfilled life. So why wait? Take the first step towards success and visit us at www.beseenbeloved.com today.